Hey, I'm Sean, and I'm not a Lego enthusiast. But ironically, I'm building a brick company in the Lego space with my co founder, Bilal, who is absolutely obsessed with it. It sounds weird, right? Why would an obsessed Lego builder team up with a non Lego enthusiast? I mean, I had bricks as a kid, the ones where it's all mixed into a single box, and I had Bionicle too. And I used to build these towers using the same bricks. In fact, I wanted to be an architect because of these bricks. But my family couldn't afford more sets, and so that dream kind of just died on the living room floor. And I grew up to become a boring business major. Although, fun fact, my university thesis was on microhousing, so maybe that architect dream didn't fully die. Bilal's the opposite. He played with Mindstorms, he built motorized sets, and he eventually became an industrial designer, where he built stuff like this. And that's how we met. We met working at a smart bicycle helmet company that he was running. And after we left, we kept in touch. Bilal kept pitching me ideas, which honestly didn't really excite me. Then, one day, he was complaining about the problems he faced as a Lego builder and some solutions that he would want to create to solve them. And according to Bilal, my eyes lit up. I remembered feeling the exact same frustration over 20 years ago. So I put on my business hat and I decided to look into it. But I was looking at it with a fresh pair of eyes as an outsider who hadn't bought a Lego set in 20 years. Here's what I saw. First, the prices were still crazy high. Affordability is still a massive barrier. Second, everything felt repetitive. And I don't mean that it's the same sets. It's just bigger versions of the same sets. I kept thinking to myself that it's been 20 plus years since I bought a set. So where were the newer themes? Themes like anime. Where was Dragon Ball, Naruto, Ghost in the Shell? That's when I stumbled onto alternative bricks. These are bricks not made by Lego, but they're fully compatible and cost half the price. The reviews were mixed. Some were bad, but some were actually pretty good. And best of all, there were communities making themes that Lego were not touching at all. So we thought of some ideas. What if we could create a tool for people to buy alternative bricks to build the mocks that they want? How about 2D pixel art to keep it simple? Or a marketplace for alternative bricks where people could buy and sell? But we needed to validate this. So we reached out to about 100 designers. We spoke to about 10 of them deeply, and we found a much bigger problem. Theft. These designers would spend weeks or months on one design, list their instructions online, only to have random factories rip them off. These factories were selling the bricks and the designer's instructions in a set without paying the designer anything. And the quality was usually inconsistent. And so if people had problems with the design, guess who would they contact? The designers, because the designers' names are on the instructions. Personally, that seemed a little bit unfair. And that's how Eastern Brick came to be. And that's how we thought about it. The mockers, they focus on the design. And we handle everything else, from the marketing to the manufacturing to the testing and shipping. We bundle all their designs into one single set. Their fans and supporters, they get everything in one single set while the designer gets paid. So yeah, I'm not a builder. I'm just a business guy trying to make sure that the designer gets paid fairly while supporters can afford the hobby. While Bilal works with the designers to create builds that everybody can enjoy. If this is something that you resonate with, or if you'd like to hear more of my observations as an outsider looking into the Lego industry, stick around by clicking subscribe. Thanks for watching.